What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 52, 53, somewhere along those lines of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Drazh finally did manage to catch Thorgrim after his little stint of repeatedly running away from us, destroying his rather elite army filled with all the regiments of renown that you can name, or at least most of them, and I believe, unless I'm mistaken, pretty much destroying the faction. They have no real armies remaining. Skarsnik is headed to their last stronghold at Black Crag, and Black Iron Mine should be ours within the next turn. They have a tiny little army here, and we'll probably send somebody to hunt it down as well. Now, as I've started doing between the episodes, I took care of a lot of the admin. I've done everything that is either item, skill point, or hero related, so the moves for all the heroes, as well as the troop trains and any army that really just needed transferring stuff, or troop trains, unit transfers, etc, etc, etc. So a lot less admin to do in that regard. I've once again left the buildings and the armaments and stuff, but that is a major part of the game, and I don't believe in cutting that part out. Though I do feel like I'll probably make the episodes a little bit shorter, just by virtue of the fact that if I have to spend like 15 minutes before each episode doing all of that other admin, I'm just not going to have enough time to do everything. So yeah, necessity needs must, etc, etc. Anyway, let's start with our first tech. Now, I was thinking about getting territorial consignments for the defensive structure cost reduction. We have been building a lot of those. We do still need to, however, head towards weapons of war as well, which will also take 2 turns. And Hushet Bound is Hushet spell reduction cost. I also like the power of the Conclave. I mean, for 1 turn, this isn't bad, 15%. It'll save us a lot of money. But this will save us a lot of armaments, so either way. You know what, let's go for the armaments first, and then we'll do the money thing. And the thing is, I feel like armaments are a little bit more limited than money. Although, last episode I was thinking about sending stuff specifically to acquire more money, as in selling armaments for money. You know what, yeah, territorial consignment, screw it. We are going to be building a ton of mega mortars, which are expensive, and a ton of the higher level guardhouses, Thane guardhouses, whatever they're called. Anyway, that's good for that. Next up, we have... do we have a new convoy? We do have a new convoy. Let's send you out as well. And I believe it was one of the strong ones that should have returned by now. Not to you. You will return next turn. Cover 10... oh, not so much one of the strong ones. Okay, well then I guess we will send... wait, do you have units? Okay, Kalani the Father Convoy... oh, his journey is not complete. Okay, fine. Okay, I guess we'll take you then. You're one of our weakest, which is quite concerning. But we have no choice but to send you. I do want to see whether you have a skill point, and indeed you do have 1, so let's level you up, and then we'll send you. We have cargo capacity. Let's max that out, and then we'll add you as the only option. Add master, and we will send you 2. Let's see, where can we send you that's reasonably safe? We could send you up here, get a little bit of cash. We could, well, we can't send you to Kar, even though I'd like to. You know what, maybe travel to Trollfjord. It's not a lot of labor, but it is a fair distance to travel. And on top of that, you'll get more XP and stuff, even if it's a tiny amount of labor. 934, I mean, it's not horrible, to be fair. Yeah, go for it. It's still worth the travel time, is, I guess, what I was going to say. So now that you're out onto the field, let's get you your hero. So everybody but Scalix here, who is being saved for another army. Enter this new army. Here, here, and here. Alrighty, beautiful. And then Scalix will be for our next convoy next turn. Okie dokie. Now, there's probably not a lot of stuff that we have to move. Ugh, I really wish these guys were all at the bottom of the list and not the top. Who decided to put those guys at the top? Ugh, oh well. Zhatan, you do also need to move. We got about 2 or 3 turns until we get new armies. I guess we could take the Granite Massif, or we could skip it and go straight to Machrok. Is this Skaven Plague? No, it's just a palsy. Okay. I was a little bit concerned there for a sec. Fine, let's take the Granite went massive for a second. We'll proceed to Mahrak afterwards, and auto-resolve this occupied as once again a factory, because once again these places all have to be fortified. Free Talisman of Endurance, great. I don't know if it was from this or not, but great nonetheless. Don't need the Hobgoblin Bivouacs, but do keep the weapons workshop, and I guess the same thing is true for Rosetra and Doomglade, minus the fact that we will need defenses here as a priority both. There we go. And take out the Ash level for now from Doomglade, although... Yeah, we'll take it out. Replace it with money and defenses. Everything around here is going to be factories as well. Wow, we can make money out of Lamia, though. Does have a gem mine after all, so that'll be nice. Okie dokie, who else needs to move? There should at least be a way to just, like, make these guys go away. As in, hide them in some way. Okay, we don't care about internally recruiters. Zork, Yobaz, you are heading to Misty Mountain and the former headquarters of Clan Moors with all of your followers. Go, here. And I guess you can go there as well, if I can find a way to... There you go. And then Tech Thief, you were blocked by those guys, so you can keep moving. Lovely. Thrumbajin, Zaled, and Gorth of the Cruel. You're going to take Karak Raziak. And we are going to... possibly get attacked afterwards by Ungrim, who is nearby, but I guess we'll see. Are you nearby enough? No. Okay. I'm gonna send this army forward a teensy bit more. In fact, go into... I was hoping you could reach this guy, but no dice. Go here in camp stance nearby. Gorthy attack Liz, auto-resolve, and get a Banner of Swiftness on you. Not that it matters that much, mind you. Alright, not a lot of damage that time. Beautiful. And we will occupy the place as another factory. Not much of a choice in the matter. Thrumbaj, you have the Talisman of Preservation, but we're actually going to replace you soon, and I don't want to you to keep that. Wait, where's Ungrim? The heck? Okay, I know I saw Ungrim building up a new army, unless he died again somehow, but where? Where could he have died? Gotta watch out for him building up a new army to retake Karak-Kadrin, though, as that is potentially somewhat concerning. These guys also have a bunch of points to assign, but I guess we'll do that later. Or maybe I'll do it between the episodes again. Depending on if it's right before a battle or not. Anyway, Draj, you, after fighting Thorgrim, are going to take the Black Iron Mine, but you can't do it this turn, so you'll do it next turn, so move up close to it. And I guess, actually, Overseer... Jeg Throng, maybe you're gonna be the one to do it, so that Draj can move again. So let's put you a little bit further forward. It'll prevent you from healing a little bit, but I'm not sure that we care. Also gotta remember to replace this guy with a stronger Overseer later. He's a little bit on the weaker side. Let's give him fervent fodder for those gobos. And we're good. You know what? Let's also send one of the troop trains, you, that actually has a few units up here to take out Grimly Thunderstone. He's just going to raid us and annoy us here, and I don't want to deal with it. Alrighty, who's up next? Overseer Blackbeard and the Mad Hatter of Zharr. We have two new sorcerers for the Mad Hatter of Zharr, and I got him the Metal Sorcerer and the Death Sorcerer, the ones that we've been using the least. I feel like the Mad Hatter would be using the non-fire and Hashut lures. He is mad after all. Even the other Chaos Dwarfs consider him mad. So, yeah, I like the idea. Alrighty, you guys can stay where you are. ASTRAGOTH. So, you have some interesting choices before you. There is Castalton right here with a very nice stack. The problem with this is, if we take him out here, he will stop essentially holding these guys at bay, which might mean that they move southward and northward at the same time and take Erengrad from us, and I just don't think we can risk that. So we're going to wait. We're going to move in regular stance, not underway stance, because I'd like the ability to move our guys around. We're going to move this way. If Castalton attacks us himself, even with all those armies, we'll fight him. If he doesn't, we'll head towards Erengrad and hopefully take it before the rest of these Chaos forces do. Alrighty, we also need to figure out what to do with your army, but we'll do that later on. Ooh, your Mega Border is also nearly up. Very nice. Alrighty, we'll do the buildings in a second. Kigal, I just clicked on you, my bad. Overseer Vargash, you are the one that is stuck here until we figure out where Ungrim is. You know what, just in case, let's slowly advancing here. Oh, Ungrim got killed by this guy. That's what happened. Huh. Watch this guy take Karakungor next turn, leaving only Essen. I guess the question will be whether we want to send these guys out to deal with Essen or not. Is there any army that can attack you? It doesn't look like it. Let's hope not. I'd like to jump you over there, possibly. These guys are probably not going to be happy about our trespassing, but we shall see. Alrighty. At least everything's going good in this portion of the mountains. We do need to continue building all the defenses around here. However, if we lose Silver Pinnacle again, I'm gonna get real salty. But I'll have only myself to blame, so, you know. I'm gonna be salty at myself. Which is a fairly not unusual thing. Anyway, Overseer, Blackbeard, I checked you already. Troop train, you I already moved. I mean, not necessarily this troop train, but I checked all the troop trains between the episode. Ulrikish is going to be dead next turn, so just to not deal with him or not have to, I'm just going to delete him here. There we go. He was one of the summoned armies. Raider, Fazkart, oh right, these guys. So last episode, we were expecting the elves to actually attack because they have super elite stacks and we have garbage gobbo stacks, right? Well, they didn't. They were cowards and they didn't attack. So the problem of this is, look at these frickin' stacks. They are magnitudes better than what we've got here, and I don't think that we can take it. We certainly can't take 4 of them. Which means we might have to reposition ourselves. This is not exactly how we want it to go. So in that light, I think what we'll do is we'll abandon the Shrine of Sotek, go back out to sea, a loop around to the Floating Pyramid or to Pahwaks, hopefully whatever we can reach, I don't really care what, and take something else instead. And, oh wow, Eltharion is here as well. Yeah, see? These guys would have died. Shiny boots and fresh recruits, favorable winds, treasury. Yeah, you guys just stay together. Well, let's see if they bother trying to attack us at sea. Man, there's a lot of good High Elven stacks here, which I really like. And the reason I like it is because if I want to send a couple more elite armies here. The problem is we'd have to build a new elite army out here and then send it this way. Might have to do it via global recruitment. Not because I'm planning to bother just destroying the elves because they're too far away and we just don't care about them, but because I feel like we can get a very nice few solid battles. We'll build a super elite stack with a bunch of trains and like destroyers and something, and then we'll send them out. Anyway, you Raider Namtar, move out here please, grab that island. You are going to stay at sea and grab islands. Sunken chest for you as well. Wax sealed rations, not what I was hoping for. Come on, materials, let's see. You can go into March stance, however, and maybe, well, you don't need to land, so you can just go near the land like this, and then up to the next island. Maybe we'll actually keep these 2 raiders out at sea. Just keep them together, unless one of the elves decide to chase them down, in which case we'll obviously turn on them, but otherwise there's more islands to be had. And I believe that's it for the army movements. So let's do the rest of the buildings as needed. We'll end the turn, and then let's see how we get attacked. Oh, there's also the armaments concern. Well, I guess we'll deal with the armaments after we deal with the buildings, because some buildings take armaments, obviously. Oh, that also reminds me. I think perhaps, even though it costs losses, maybe it's time to start accepting labor at the gates and putting labor overflow into the gates. The reason, once again, being, and I know I said this many turns ago, that the gates cannot suffer any public order penalties, so you can just keep labor there. The problem with this is, of course, the fact that they lose labor at a rate of 5%, being the standard normal 50 order, 50 control that you normally have, as opposed to the 3% rate that the other territories have. But then at least we don't have to worry about their public order constantly. Now, actually, speaking of public order, before I forget, and I haven't done this in a while now, let's do set an example. Set an example, just try to max out all the public order places that are not already close to being maxed out, essentially. Alright, like so, especially now that we have workforce diktats. Put everything close to 100, shall we? This is at 70, which can go to 100. We got 95 plus 17, good. 44, no thank you. Let's see, 56, and ooh, both of these places are losing public order. I so strongly wish that it wouldn't go back up every single time. It's just so irritating. Why do you keep making me the look for you over and over again? Game. Alright. Not a big deal, mind you, just minor annoyances. We have enough of those in real life. Let's see, 59 minus 6, yes to you, and I believe that's all the set and examples to get everything up to close to 100. There's probably a few other territories down here, but I just don't feel for like looking for them, so I'm not gonna. Otherwise, I believe we're good, so let's go for buildings now. Alright, Blasted Wastes. Once again, we'll start with you. Yes, the Mega Mortar level 2 at the Silver Pinnacle. And once again, we don't want to lose it, so let's do that. Public Order building here is fine. We'll keep the capacity buildings at tier 3, but the treasure halls and other such buildings do need to be constructed. Rail network, not so much, but ziggurat tenements, very much so. And I believe the only other thing that can be built here is, I guess, Incinerator. I mean, yeah, we could have gone for another capacity thing, but we do have a lot of armament production here as well, so why not? Ivory Road, more money. Oh, wow, it's a while. It's been a while since we've actually upgraded anywhere that has outposts rather than factories. Quite a while indeed. Alrighty, you, Tithe Chamber, yes to money, yes to defenses at the gates of Zharr. Nobbler Country, yes to money, go figure, and yes to the ziggurat tenements. Gotta get the Lord recruitment ranks up to 50. And then at that point, we'll be able to stop building ziggurat tenements everywhere and just focus on capacities and more money and armaments and such. Warpstone Desert, you are good. We are good at... No, we'll get you up to 3 to get that new Toruk capacity. And, wow, we're gonna definitely need to start from the bottom next time. Look at all these territories that we still need to get to. Although we can bypass a lot of these and just go for the defenses. And we still need to build defenses, but fortunately they cost money and not the other thing. You're actually okay, but I guess we can build a prototype Mega Mortar. I want at least you upgraded though, Karakazorn, definitely actually Karakazorn, because it'll be attacked. Fortress of Vorag is reasonably close to stuff still. Go for it. Dreadquake Mega Mortar. Eastern colonies, you might get attacked by beastmen, for example, so we should probably upgrade the Mega Mortar here as well. And fortunately, it's not that expensive there. Oh wow, a mine. Once again, haven't seen those in a while, and the place is not maxed out. I'll probably do a check of all of the commandments between the episodes at some point. Just right now, it's just too much of a hassle and too much time investment to do it. Red Fortress. Man, I haven't looked at you in a while either. It's been ages. You know what? -4. Whatever. I was about to say maybe we should fix the control thing here, but I don't think we care enough about that either. Let's go for Centaurs, Scalded Delta 333. You're looking good. Minus Ruin's End. And you are going to go for the Gold Panners. Guess we could get defenses here, but it's unlikely that anything will attack you. Not impossible, but unlikely. Peak Pass, Karakadrin. Yes, we needed the Demon Smithy here. We're actually, as odd as this may seem at this point in time, starting to run out of Demon Smith Sorcerer capacity. It's been a while. Alrighty, and you are missing the Ziggurat Tenements, but we can't build them because we can't afford them. Haunted Forest, you're kind of in the same situation. Nagashazar, we definitely need defenses here. So, Mega Mortar and Fane Guard to you. And I believe that's all we can build other than the Demon Smithy and probably some stuff here, which we will be waiting on. Bitter Bay and we just out of money to build the Anarel's Tomb. Can't pay movement range +5 for all armies. Okay, no, that's too good. Let's build... Okay, fine, we'll build the defenses next turn then. We'll build this now. And we need to transfer... much labor? 300 labor. Hopefully we have enough money to transfer the labor. Let's take 1, 2, 3. And what is this place called? I always forget to check, and then I always regret it. Broken Teeth, Crater of the Walking Dead. Is it the Blasted Wastes, perhaps? Devil's Backbone. Damn it. It's Broken Teeth. Okay, so it was neither one of those. Alrighty, damn. There's gotta be an easier way. 1, 2, 3, Broken Teeth. I didn't even see Broken Teeth. Ah, there they are. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and we're 100 gold. Okay. Why are you doing this to me? Why? What did I do to deserve this? Where can we cancel something for 100 gold? I can't... Can we sell labor anywhere? You know what? And yes, I'm still aware that we can sell labor, but I don't want to do it right now. Not for a lot. We'll probably do some in a few, but for now it's fine. I want to build up a decent amount of labor, and that's another reason why we can put any extra labor into the gates. Essentially, any labor that goes into the gates can be sold off, rather than allowed to depreciate. What was I doing? Oh yes, transferring stuff to the Broken Teeth. 1, 1, and 1. Doesn't really care from what provinces, doesn't really matter, rather. Doesn't really care. Broken Teeth, yes. Alright, finally. That took way more effort than I was hoping. And where is this? Bitter Bay. Rush construction. There we go. Plus 5% campaign movement range. Always worth the effort. And we can actually start rebuilding the Fane Guard. And yeah, we could sell more labor, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Do we need to do armaments? I think not this turn, unless I'm mistaken. Because Recruiter Hammerfist is already recruiting. And I don't believe anybody else needs to recruit right now, per se. Though, I did want to get a couple more Infernal Guard. Do we already have the technology that reduces their capacity costs? Feel like we do. Does it even exist? Maybe it doesn't exist. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we do. So we can't get any further reductions. So you know what? Now's probably the time. Ooh, you know what we could do while we're at it? Go to the Centaurs. Strength from Flesh. Give them regeneration. This is going to cost us... Oh, only 288. That's not so bad. We give them another thing. Blood Greed. Melee attack plus up to 16. Immunity to psychology. Charge bonus armor piercing weapon damage. 500 per turn, but that'll make them quite a bit stronger, and we have been starting to use them quite a bit more than before, so let's do that. It's time to start getting at least a few things in the manufactory and powering a few things up. What was I saying? Let's go for the... Oh, Infernal Guard, not Iron Sworn, but Guard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 is the number we currently have. So now anything extra is actually stuff that we can build. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, and I believe that's good, yes? And this will allow us to build... Oh, that was 2 more than I was thinking, but that's fine. We'll want some of them for Tordrek Drake Killer, whatever. Alrighty, that now I believe is good, so let's end the turn. Let's hope for a nice fight here. End turn. Might have skipped some stuff as well, but Oh, right, I also did diplomacy between the episodes, but there was nothing really. Settlement, yeah, that's fine. That's the elves. They're going to sack it, they're not going to attack it. Okay, well, we'll see if they set out to sea and go after the raiders. I really hope that the raiders can cause some havoc on this part of the world. And I really hope that the Cult of Pleasure dies right now. I just wanted to hear what the talking sounded like. No, we're not going to join your war against Reichland. Why the heck would we? To what end? What purpose would it serve us? Too bad you can't somehow trade labor with other factions. Like, I mean, yes, you can via convoys, but I mean directly in the diplomacy thing. Settlement sacked and nobody attacked us. Man. Yeah, I got so used to the way that SFO makes the AI not a coward, or at least much less of a coward than it is in vanilla, that it feels bizarre when the AI in regular game, as in vanilla, is once again a complete coward. A bit unfortunate, but well, that's why I generally like SFO. And yes, there will be another Chaos Dwarfs run eventually that will be in SFO. Now, this is not worth fighting. What's worth fighting? Anybody worth fighting? How about the Last Defenders? Have you guys got an actual defense set up, an actual army here? No, it doesn't look like it, so it's a free take at Machrock for Zhatan, who is nearly at rank 50. We'll do his points when he reaches 50. There's no need to, no need to waste our time. Occupy factory again. Alrighty, and that means the Light of Lamia is threatened. Right of Lamia? Lamia itself is threatened. I said right because I saw Rite of Awakening and whatever the heck he did there. And then, yeah, and just went with that. Brain can't do two things at once. Just like real life. I mean, I guess, yeah. You see what I mean? Anyway, Hobgoblin Archers for you. Reishi Trua, and keep building stuff so that you can either take these or raid them or do something useful. How are we looking with the elves here? Altharia, now why are you out here? Oh, huh. I wonder, is the fact that this is causing them to trespass... Man, look at those stats. 49 melee attack on the Skyhawks. Quite nice. There's the Mistwalkers, bunch of regular spears which aren't super threatening, but 59 melee defense on a tier 1 unit. Quite solid. Yeah. Huh. I take it that you wouldn't be able to actually head out to sea, would you? We could land here again, but I also don't think that'll work. Wait, there's no way that we can reach this guy, is there? Ooh. Could we land here and then... No, I don't think we can. What I was hoping was we could land here and then go into ambush and attack again. Folly. No, once again causing these guys to trespass. Possibly forcing a war between them might not be the worst thing in the world. I'm just looking around for where we could land. Are these guys really just going to shadow us this entire time? Alright, you know what? Then we're going to try this. So this is going to take 32, this is going to take 26. Who can actually ambush? Oh, you can move further. So you're going to go here. We need... Wait. Something like this. Hopefully this works. It might be that the hero is too close and it won't work, but... Well, let's hope it does. Yeah, there's a lot of armies out there. If I get these guys killed, I get them killed. It's whatever. You know what we could do? We could repair this thing, bump it up with labor, and then give it a defensive garrison to at least slightly power the place up. Oh, but we can't do that this turn because this place needs a repair. I guess I could have done it last turn, but that would have meant staying here. I didn't think that these guys would do what they did. I guess we'll figure it out, or I guess we'll see what happens with them. Ooh, also, before I forget, siege logistics and siege supplies will be probably next after we go for weapons of war, so let's get continuous bombardment and weapons of war for now. Alrighty, looks good to me. And is there really no proper big fight around us? Yobaz, can you reach Imrik? No, you cannot. And I guess we'll have to take the... We'll have to take this place. Alright, that's fine. We'll take this place then. You're gonna go here. And we're going to allow the third army to move in and help, so that there are no casualties, hopefully. And now both of them help out. Good. Now you can properly auto-resolve. Hopefully not a lot of damage to the poor gobbos. Nope, looks okay, which means we might be able to fight Imrik. This is not a main territory, so we'll occupy. As factory, I mean. Raiders and Nas ready for duty, Raider Magma's ready for duty, but we don't care about those guys. You are going to go into ambush right here. Imrik can reach this place. Then Overseer Vargash are going to go into... Why do you have a potion of healing? No, not on an Overseer. How dare you? That's meant for lords, strong lords. Alright, there we go. So hopefully, little Imrik at least falls for this one. Ugh. AI, stop hiding from us. Alright, you two need to join the Mad Hatter's army. Like so, but I'll try to keep it to end turns. We could head towards 8 Peaks, but we can't reach them right now. You can actually come very close to being able to reach them, but not quite. Alright, so what we'll do then is we'll move you to Black Iron Mine, or close to Black Iron Mine, rather. And we'll send Overseer Jeg Throng to take it over via an auto-resolve. Like so. Yeah, no real damage. Hopefully he doesn't hold on to that Pigeon Plucker pendant to occupy it as factory. And yeah, territorial consignments, convoy completed. Oh, I gotta remember that. Gotta send out another convoy yet again. Not that I don't enjoy sending out convoys, mind you. Don't bother with the Hobgoblin Bivouacs, don't bother with the Ash level here, I think. Probably not. We can global recruit pretty much anything we want anyway. Go into Masterful Architects, and we will indeed, however, be building up as much defenses as we can. You can also... Let's not bother with the mega... Oh, it's actually very cheap. Huh. Oh, right, the reductions offered by Draj make it extremely cheap. I guess I could have built a hero to act as an engineer corps hero like I do in my Belagar campaign. No, but you know what? That would have been more admin, and yeah, a little bit too much admin in that case. Alrighty, you know, you, Draj, are not so much in need of healing, so I think we'll just put you out here, so that you can hopefully reach Caracate Peaks next turn, whereas Overseer and Dredge Throng can march stance to you. Alright, so it doesn't look like you're going to get a fight. At least not a proper one. Scaff, are you anywhere near to an enemy? Well, you're drawing near to an enemy, but you're not quite there yet. Move, and then delete. We'll send delete with you. Will you suffer attrition no matter where you go? Severe Gale. Can't quite tell. Let's see. Ooh, also you need to join all this. Will you be under attrition? Yeah, you will. It's not that much, though. Who cares? And yes, we could give him the, you know what? Just... I know it's barely any attrition to speak of, but go for Navigator. There you go. Now, no attrition whatsoever. And I probably should have kept these guys together, but oh well. Alright, Steel Tech, you're going to Lamia. Oh, you can't reach Lamia. Well, you will be going to Lamia, just not right now. Alright, let's keep going. And battle. Internal recruiters, Zork. Nope. Thrunbaj Unzaled. Ah, yes, you two are going to take out this guy right here. With a quick little auto-resolve. And Sensungrim isn't here, I guess, and this guy's probably going to go for Karakungur, yes? And he's going to run back to Karakungur. Oh, and we can't reach him. Not that it matters. And for an Alliance Fort capacity, Shrieking Blade, continue moving forward, and continue moving forward. Nope, can't reach them together. Most likely they'll both just die. It's not like we're gonna help the Orcs, though. Oh, the Orcs have actually sacked Karakungur already, so they're gonna take it over anyway. Are you able to jump here? Yes. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this was because one of these guys, well, actually technically both of these guys, need a retool of their army. So that'll have to happen. So this will allow one of them to leave, because the Overseer will be acting as a support unit. Mad Hatter, you don't need to move right now, you're waiting for your additional troops. Overseer Traino, who are you? Oh, you're this guy's Overseer, yeah, that's fine. Troop Traino. Right. He used to be a troop train, and I just renamed him Overseer Traino because I thought it was funny, because I'm an idiot. That's about it, I believe. Oh, Astrogoth. Please tell me you're in range. Oh, just out of it. Just slightly out of range. Castalton is in range, however. Alright, you know what? It's time. It's time to declare war on Castalton. I want Astrogoth to have his debut. It may not be the best thing in the world, but it doesn't look like Archaon can reach Castle Von Rock, and it looks like this guy's going to retake Fort Ostrosk, but we hardly care about Fort Ostrosk anyway. I guess we could march out here and go into ambush stance and try to attack him afterward. Actually need to replace you with a proper lord. You know what, we'll deal with that afterwards. If we fight Castalton now, it'll be good. I just want to see, who are you currently at war with? You're at war with everybody. Everybody. Can we ask for anything from anybody here? Probably not. There's nothing useful. Alright, take him out. And this is going to be a great fight, though. I am very excited about this one. Potion of Healing for Vargash, we took that away, and... wait a second. There was another item, damn it. I was going to take that away from whoever got that, so that we can turn it into an actually useful item later. Shouldn't it be equipment gained? Yes. Yeah. You don't need that, buddy. You don't need that. Alrighty, now, debut for Astrogoth, finally. Been waiting a while for this one. Let's see what this fight... Pyrrhic victory. Yes, that is what I like to see from the auto-resolve, or a valiant defeat or something like that. You have a bunch of elemental bears, 5 little groms, which are going to be very threatening, in particular to the bull centaurs. I love it. Absolutely love it. And let's get the Banner of Eternal Flame on, I guess, one of these guys. We'll get the Rampager Standard on, I don't know, one of these guys. Doesn't really matter that much. And the Gleaming Pennant on, I don't really care. Actually, you know what? Let's put it on you. I don't think ASTRAGOTH is going to be the one to route. In fact, these two centaurs are going to be in the center, so it's going to be pretty key. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can win this. Alrighty, here we go. ASTRAGOTH finally debuts, and look at him booking it with the bull renders. They're just as fast as them by the looks of it. 63 moves, actually slightly faster than the bull renders. Just frolicking through this little grassy hill here. Anyway, here we go. This should be a pretty darn fun battle. As we can see, you can generally judge how difficult I think a battle will be by whether I bother to actually deploy units in any way, as in other than just as a block in front of the army so that they can clash directly. But here we actually have to get at least a little bit of thought going. So we're going to try to avoid as much damage from the little Groms as possible. Looks like they do get at least one of those hits on the Bull Centaur renders. We're going to immediately also pop the glittering robe buff with our allure of metal right there. Another 60 armor on them. Granted, the little Grom's damage is pretty much all armor piercing, a little bit of missile damage, but it'll help a little bit, and plus as we move into range of the enemy ranged units, it'll still help as well. Now we do have 6 more Bull Centaur renders hidden in the forests here, and the idea is the entire army will react, hopefully, to these guys, turn this way, and as soon as they do, these guys will come out of the forest and rip apart those, well, mainly the back line of enemy range units. We're going to send the various Bale Tauruses as well as the heroes out to fight the little Groms, as the little Groms aren't great in melee, and we should be able to take care of them at the very least with the Bale Tauruses before moving to the other units. Anyway, let's see if that all works out. We're going to once again approach through the tree line here. Obviously just to block as many enemy artillery and enemy range shots as we possibly can via the trees. It doesn't always work, but it'll, I'm sure, block at least a few of them. And there they go. These guys are waiting, but they're pretty clearly visible in the fairly sparse tree cover. I don't think this is a very good hiding place, is what I'm getting at. And thus, we're getting the heck out of it. I believe ASTRAGOTH is right in the middle of all this. There we go. I like the little flags that he has on his little chair there. The way it runs is kind of funny. But anyway, there are the elemental bears, and 3 of them. 3 elemental bears and 5 little Groms is already a massive, absolutely massive investment in an army. Pretty crazy if you think about it. And they're going to drop a hailstorm or a nice storm? I don't remember the name of the spell. On top of us, into our biggest concentration of Bull Centaurs. And ooh, yes, we have separated our Bull Centaur renders with the great weapons because they're anti-large, specifically to go after the Warbear Riders, which are anti-large as well. And then the same thing over on this side, and also same thing over on this side. We have great weapons going after the heavy war sleds and the other Warbear Riders as the other unit of great weapons closes in. The dual-wielding ones, the dual-wielding Centaurs, are heading out directly for all these enemy range units. These Ice Guard and Streltsy and Kossars and whatnot are not currently very well guarded. We've also summoned our unit of Kadai Fireborn on top of 2 enemy units of Little Groms just because they were standing close together, stopping them from firing, while our Air Force is heading towards these Little Groms to stop them from firing as well. And also, you know, to kill them. ASTRAGOTH gets his Hellhammer going through the enemy line. Not too many infantry units. There's probably not a lot of good uses for the Hellhammer in this particular battle, mostly because the enemy has too many larger units. Ooh, wow. Nice attack there from the Bull Centaurs. And Kastalton's also right in the middle of the fray, fighting the occasional Bull Centaur, and by the looks of bringing them down, or perhaps it was brought down by that Warbear Rider. ASTRAGOTH's right in the middle of the fray, together with his Tautok heroes, fighting the fighting the elemental bears there. Fortunately, it looks like Astrogoth is pretty darn tanky. He is a rather small model, so it's hard for enemies to hit him, and he is relatively unharmed so far. Also, with the Guardian trait on him, he probably has a lot of resistances. Yeah, it looks like one of the elemental bears is pretty much done for at 600 HP. The other one is being focused down by a lot of centaurs, and they should be able to hack these things apart. Man, I love using the Ash Storm when it's Coronate. Is this Coronate Corruption or is this just regular Chaos Corruption? Well, either way, the red skies, they look really nice with the Ash Storm in particular. And it looks like we should be just about ready to bring down the first of the elemental bears. I'm actually shocked that it hasn't died yet. Still 596 HP. I guess Astrogoth needed to switch targets rather than attack the other one, but not to worry. As everything else dies, we will still be able to surround the bears. Gotta say, some fantastic shots in this battle. In the meantime, the enemy ranged units are pretty much all tied up at this point. The Frost Maiden has been caught by the Bull Centaur Renders. The Kossars with spears have been caught by them as well, and same with these Kossars. We've taken out the two little Groms that were here by the, or taken them out with the Bale Tauruses. We can see they're destroyed remnants right there, and then we've got another Bale Taurus working on these two little Groms, which will probably get help from a few more of these other Bull Centaurs shortly, right after they finish off the Ice Guard as well as the Snow Leopard here. But they're doing pretty well. Alrighty, and it looks like the War Sleds and the War Bear Riders back here were destroyed by our anti-large units of Centaurs. It looks like, at least in the current iteration, or at the current level of buffs, our Bull Centaurs with great weapons are superior to the War Riders in a one-on-one. At least by the looks of it. Kind of interesting to see. I'd love to have a direct contest between the two. Alright, and obviously the anti-infantry dual wielders are going to absolutely rip those poor Kossars apart. Down to one out of the three elemental bears now, and it's getting completely surrounded. Astrogoth ripping apart the last of the Zharr Guard that were here, although the enemy army didn't have too much in the way of Zharr Guard in the first place. And down goes the elemental bear, and I do believe with its death, the rest of the enemy army will follow. I think Zhatan also died somewhere in the middle of that, but honestly, it was kind of hard to spot him because of the just sheer mass of units. The elemental bears took up a lot of the screen, after all. And there we go. Alrighty, we certainly did take some damage, and we did have to think about the way that we approached it a little bit more, especially as we didn't have a pile of ranged units and artillery to knock the enemy down before they got to us. But that certainly makes this army a pretty fun one to use, and I'm excited to continue using it. As Astrogoth is kind of, in an interesting position on the map. I'm just wondering where we sent him. Maybe southward. We should probably burn down the rest of Kislev after we take Erengrad, especially since we're at war with Kislev. Until we inevitably get drawn into other wars with the other Empire factions, or the endgame scenario rolls around, or possibly both at the same time. But anyway, we're going to chase down everything as best we can. Obviously, this is a settlement, so it doesn't really matter, but the extra labor, I'm sure, will be nice, and I don't believe there's another army to capitalize on the fact that we might be a little bit hurt. 21k damage, respectable. Very respectable Astrogoth. And that's with very limited spells. I'd like to see how well he does when he can get like 2 or 3 Hellhammers out throughout the battle. Unlike an enemy army with a lot of infantry, though to be fair, an enemy army with a lot of infantry would probably also just get absolutely ripped apart by the piles of centaurs, dual wielding and otherwise. Didn't get a lot of action shots from the bull centaurs with shields, mind you, but they were just there to sort of hold the line with Astrogoth while he and the Tauruks did the damage. Anyway, really fun army, and I think a pretty great debut for Astrogoth. Alrighty, a very, very nice fight. I was pretty darn happy with that one, and look at that. We took damage, and 'twas a close victory at that. Kistaltan's army was almost purpose-built to specifically fight the army that we have built for Astrogoth, with all those little Groms being perfect for knocking Bull Centaur Renders out, as their hits are fairly likely to actually knock a model out with every shot, or at least the second shot, and then the elemental bears, the anti-large warbear riders, a couple of Streltsy, some Ice Guard, and one with Glaives as well, plus Gestalten himself. It was a very nice army, though it did not last long against the onslaught of the Centaurs. 21k damage on ASTRAGOTH himself, very respectable, considering he didn't use too much in the way of spells, and obviously the most damage we took was to the Centaurs, but to be honest, yeah, five unit losses at the most is not that bad. Certainly worth taking. We'll occupy as Factory Castle Alexandrin. No, this is Zoishank, not Castle Alexandrinov, which is all the way over here. Armor Fortune, which is great. We got a Plague, but it's not one that we care about. And hopefully, yes, by the looks of it, we will be able to hit Erengrad and take it next turn. I don't think anybody else is nearby, so that means this very, very valuable port will be ours. And just before I forget, let's give ASTRAGOTH the sacking thing. Man, I can't believe how few ancillaries the Chaos Dwarfs get. And I know that we get some of them from randomly from the tower, plus I swear there was a sacking thing. We get some of them randomly from the tower, plus on top of that we get some of them from convoy completion. Ah, this one. Powerful Berserker. Income from sacking settlements. Yeah, but it still feels very little compared to what the what other factions get. Also, did I forget to send the convoy? I did, but we can send that one next time, because we're out of time, and I am once again calling the episode here. ASTRAGOTH will attack Erengrad next time, or if we don't get to that, depending on whether we can succeed at ambushing Imrik here, or whether we have a massive elven battle here and try to survive with one of our raider lords. That is, well, very liable to be a battle for survival with all these elf armies. I kind of regret landing back here again, but hey, we'll see. It could make for some great fights, as last stands are often some of the best fights in the first place. So anyway, stay tuned for more Zhatan and the Chaos Dwarfs. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.